For this step, we are going to slip stitch and chain 1 into every single front loop only of all the stitches, including the chain stitch. So to start, we're going to chain 1, working on the right side, and slip stitch in the front loop only of the first stitch. This should be the double crochet, and then chain 1, and then you're going to slip stitch in the front loop only of the next stitch, which is the chain stitch. And you're going to chain 1 again, and then slip stitch into the next stitch, front loop only. This should be the single crochet, and then chain 1. So you're basically slip stitching and chaining 1 into every single front loop only stitch, and you're going to continue that until the end of round. You're going to have a zigzag like stitch as you get through this row. Once you get to the end of round, chain 1, slip stitch into the last. And we're not going to chain 1, but instead we're just going to have a really long tail. And just gonna cut your yarn. Now we are going to make an invisible chain to join the round into the first slip stitch. So grab a darning needle and thread your yarn through like that. And then first we are going to take our needle and thread it into the slip stitch, into the V of the first stitch, through the front, around the back, and leave a chain like that here. And then we're going to take our needle and poke through the middle of the very last slip stitch that you did, through the middle, and pull through. So this is what we just made, and it looks like a chain, right? And then we're going to take our needle and poke it through bottom of the chain to bring the tail around to the back, and you should have a clean chain. And now you can weave in your tail. And cut your yarn. To start the bottom lacing, we are going to crochet into the back loop of the wattle stitch now, and we're going to be facing the right side. So this stitch right here is our first stitch from the wattle stitch row, which should be the double crochet, and we're going to skip that stitch, and instead we are going to start crocheting into the second stitch, which should be the chain stitch. So insert your hook and attach your yarn into the second stitch of the back loop only, and chain 1 and single crochet into the same stitch, chain 1 and double crochet into the same stitch, and you're going to skip 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and you're going to do the wattle stitch into that stitch, so single crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet, and then you're gonna skip 2 again, so 1, 2, and continue until you get to the end of round. Once you get to the end of round, you should have 2 stitches left. We're going to skip the last 2 stitches and slip stitch into the single crochet to join the round, and chain 1 and turn your work to the wrong side. Next, you're going to make a single crochet into the chain 1 space and chain 3, and then single crochet into the next chain 1 space and chain 3, and you're going to repeat that until you reach the end of round. Once you've reached the end of round, single crochet into the last chain 1 space and chain 3, and slip stitch into the first single crochet to join the round, and chain 2. Turn your work to the right side. Now you're going to start the lacing into every chain 3 space. So into the chain 3 space, first you're going to make a double crochet, chain 1, and then another double crochet, and chain 3. And then you're going to slip stitch into the first chain to make it cut, like that. Chain 1 and make the last double crochet into the chain 3 space, like that. And into the next chain 3 space, 1 double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet, and then chain 3, slip stitch into the first chain, chain 1, and a double crochet. And you're going to repeat this into every single chain 3 space until the end of round. Once you get to the end of round, slip stitch into the first double crochet and fasten off. Next, you'll be working on the second row of ruffles, and the second row of ruffles is worked from the wrong side into every single crochet stitch. Make a slip knot and attach your yarn on the first single crochet. And chain 1 and make a single crochet in the same stitch. Chain 3 and then single crochet into the next single crochet stitch. Now you should have a loop like so. Chain 3, make a single crochet into the next single crochet stitch, chain 3 again, and repeat until you've reached the end of round. Next, we're going to repeat the exact same ruffle stitch into the chain 3 space. So double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet, chain 3, slip stitch into the first chain, chain 1, and double crochet, and you're going to repeat this until the end of round.